are about to be unleashed, and they are off! Let's see what we have. 2% Chungus finding Heatman, Siberian Bull finding Airman, Chungus resetting, going to Flashman stage, and Siberian Bull sticking with Airman and just gonna try to power through it as he finds some space monkeys.
Yeah, and these space monkeys are just gonna beam right back to the mothership, so it looks like Siberian Bull should be able to get through this first section of Airman clean, which of course means when 2% Chungus gets to it, he'll have roughly the same easy go of it, so both of these stages so far look fairly straightforward for our runners.
Yeah, only a little bit of toothpaste on 2% Chungus' screen. As the back end of Siberian Bull's screen, he's finding some Lightning Lords and a couple of Sniper Joes, but they're not too obstructive.
Now, wanted to make sure I kept my mouth shut until they get to the end of the screen. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Wow. Oh, it looks like just a minor platforming error on Siberian Bull's part. You hate to see it. You really do.
Yeah, it looked like he actually got caught up on the Lightning Lord platform and it ended up dropping him down into the abyss. So that is a little bit of an unforced error, to use a tennis reference, and one that may end up costing Siberian Bull a good amount of time here, probably about 30 seconds. 2% Chungus did reset, so 6 or 7 seconds kind of got thrown away by that reset. So we'll see what ends up being the net loss or net gain through it all.
True, but you also have to take into account that 2% Chungus does have the stage knowledge of where Heatman stage is.
Very true. Siberian Bull, if he ends up in Heatman stage right now without item 1 or item 2, we know it can't be item 3. Oh no.
Oh, yay. Yeah. If I've said it before, I'll say it again, but with more emphasis this time. You really do hate to see that.
If I agree, does Circle get the square?
Yes, I would say so. As Chungus finding a little bit of a hiccup with the moles on Quickman stage, but able to get a lot of health pickups.
Yeah, this is just unfortunate for Siberian Bull, in the same way that it was unfortunate for 2% Chungus in the last seed, because these elevators take way too long, it feels like, when you're riding them, to make the circuit around, and it is just brutal to sit there knowing that your opponent could end up on this stage later and not have to waste these 30-some-odd seconds that Siberian Bull has to wait for this platform to make it into an area where you can jump to the ladder.
And honestly, that is the beauty of the rule set of this tournament with the hidden stage names, because you cannot strategize where you're going without taking a time loss. As 2% Chungus making quick work of Bubble Man on Quickman stage.
Well, I've seen it from a couple runners where they actually just kind of go for it and commit to resetting a couple times. Oh, yeah.
Alright, well, we got Crashman music in Crashman stage as 2% Chungus draws the short end of the stick again, finding Crashman stage now, but he does have item 3, which is going to increase his speed on the back end of the stage with the climb. But any forward of a further advantage is out the window.
Yeah, so as much as I don't want to talk over this music at any point ever, this is going to be a net push for the runners because they're both going to have to wait out the elevators. 2% Chungus, however, does have the advantage of sneaking a stage in while Siberian Bull made his way through the Airman stage and made that mistake. But now Siberian Bull has the chance to make up a little bit of time with 2% Chungus being stuck on the elevator. I think he's about half a stage behind, probably 30-40 seconds at this point. But you can't really quantify where they are until we get to all 8 Robot Masters done.
Exactly, and it also has to deal with the execution at the back end of the stage with 2% Chungus as well.
Well, absolutely. I'm not sure if there was anything that was too frightening here.
Metal Gear. Metal Gear?
Snake!
Alright. Oh, he's missing that item 3 drop. But, I mean, he's still making up a little bit of time. Because he does have that item 3 that Siberian Bull did not have. And neither player is going to be able to get that E-Tank for safety.
Yeah, for those that don't know, there is one piece of music in this randomizer that is decidedly and prohibitively my #1 favorite. And it is the Crashman music.
Yeah, 2% Chungus just mows down Metal Man as Siberian Bull pulls into the end of Metal Man's stage and finding Flashman. He only takes 2 damage from the Buster, but he is not exactly the most intimidating foe. He's just jumping around.
So if we look at things empirically right now, we've got both runners with 3 stages down, and Siberian Bull found item 2. You know what? I think I overestimated, perhaps, the lead that 2% Chungus may have. Although, there will still be about 20-30 seconds from the mistake Siberian Bull makes worth of difference. It's tough to say, you know, again, until we get to a situation where we may have stages left in common between the two, and a runner is in front of the other, you know, the eye test, as it were, or we look at where they are compared to each other in the 8 Robot Masters. But 2%,
exactly.
You know, 2% Chungus, unless he makes a mistake here and
almost doing so.
See why I say I want to keep my mouth shut? I tried to say it while he was on terra firma, and then he goes and bonks into a Sniper Joe and almost gets sent down to the abyss.
Alright. And as we saw before, Airman on Airman stage, but being just a kind gentleman to 2% Chungus. What a bro.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, Siberian Bull seeing a little bit of that mistake that ended up being an issue in the Airman stage for Siberian. So now I can look at it and say, alright, maybe we're looking at about a 30-second difference. Ooh, Siberian Bull, good strategy here.
Yeah, taking advantage of the behavior of Bubble Man. If he is not on the same level as you, he will not move or take any action. So using the Atomic Fire, which is gonna be a larger hitbox, you can just shoot him without him even doing anything.
Yeah, Bubbleman will just try to man up and take it and be like, I ain't scared. Come at me, home.
It's true. I mean, I'm sure most of the people in chat don't know, but Bubbleman is he's a tough guy. He'll go broad-chested against you.
Yeah, now
Siberian Bull pulling into Bubbleman's stage.
Yeah. Now, speaking of the Robot Masters in the last seed that were less convenient with Woodman being in the Metalman stage. Alright, it is Flashman, so definitely more tolerable here. You know, you get, you know, a little bit of give and take.
And Leaf Shield. He's gonna get him down a lot faster than Siberian Bull did.
Yeah, so it's those minor little differences like that that will see 2% Chungus with a little bit of a lead going into his remaining 3 stages. It is
Woodman.
Yeah. Woodman and Heatman in common between the runners. So, if Siberian... Oh, no.
Oh, no! That is a very tough spot to take a death for Siberian Bull, because that's going to set you all the way back to the longest walking section in Mega Man 2.
That was right before the boss gate, which, oh, is going to be catastrophic for Siberian Bull. Oh, what a shame. So, wow. So this Doom Clock for Siberian Bull is probably around about 1 minute and 15 seconds from my estimation, as 2% Chungus making his way through Woodman. So if 2% Chungus can stay clean, you know,
considering the time frame that we had between these runners, even in Seed 2, where Siberian Bull took the win, we could see an upset today, as some might say. But I'd hardly call it an upset with the way the 2% Chungus has been playing.
You know, I don't want to say, you know, sure, bad luck hit Siberian Bull, but 2% Chungus was still there to grab the ball and run with it and score that touchdown in Seed 1. So you know what? I'm okay with 2% Chungus, you know, just going, alright, I am gonna get to the end. I want to not make any mistakes. And if he can keep himself clean, you know, it's Siberian Bull that I don't know if he's cracking under pressure or, you know, I could only speculate as to what's going on, as 2% Chungus just obliterated whatever that was.
It was
a gone
right there. I didn't even see what happened on 2% Chungus' screen as I was trying to navigate the nap that is the first screen of Heatman with these Dollar Store Metroid Shopmen and bats.
Yeah, that is correct, Lady Akahiko. I'm gonna have to wave them off. No goal. No goal. Yeah.
Right. So we have some shrimp on the back end of Heatman stage here.
I'm not sure why 2% Chungus is using item 2. I believe it's a mistake because it commits him to jumping the Yoku blocks, which I think is just prohibitively slower. But you know what? If it gets him to the end of the stage, at this point, that matters way more than, you know, saving 10 seconds by taking the item 2. Because he may well lose that 10 seconds elsewhere.
I do agree, but you know, knowing Siberian Bull being an experienced runner, can definitely navigate these Yoku blocks without the issue, but, you know, just having a hard time dropping those item 2s on the pillars. Gonna definitely set him... Ooh! As 2% Chungus gets knocked off his item 2, but being able to save himself and not taking a death at the end of Bubble Man stage.
It was actually fortunate for 2% Chungus there that he got knocked off earlier. Siberian Bull does have E-Tanks available, so gonna use one here and just take down Heatman. It looks like the Metal Blade, so no heat-on-heat crimes in this seed.
Oh, and 2% Chungus also finding Atomic Fire. As we find our item 1 at He-Man stage.
Yeah. So, wait a second. Siberian Bull has Woodman marked off? I think we meant to mark off Bubbleman, not Woodman, for Siberian Bull's side of things. I believe he has Flashman remaining.
That is correct. Let's see how Chungus handles this heat nap. Ooh! A lot of lag with all those sprites on the screen. Just happening to take a death. Trying to get through that.
And this is 2% Chungus's last stage. Unfortunately, he is now aware that item 1 is locked behind the Heatman stage. Oh, he's gotta watch himself.
Be smart here. Those Dollar Store Metroids, they can deny you in every single turn.
Yeah, 2% Chungus did give back a little bit of time with that death, but still ahead of the game, as it were. It's just a matter of evading, surviving, getting to the end of the board here. And 2% Chungus using a little bit of item 2, so we may see 2% Chungus having to, you know, grace the Yoku block section with a little jumping puzzle instead of circumventing it with item 2.
Well, I would think that 2% Chungus just takes the pillar vanilla here.
Oh yeah,
using Time Stopper to get himself through there. Thread the needle. Oh, you gotta be careful. You gotta be real careful. But he found the wall weakness. Through all of that nonsense. And a large health
wow.
desperately needed. And a second one. But
what a bailout. Alright.
What timing on that jump. Holy cow.
Alright.
Yes, Siberian Bull pulling into Flashman stage. We've got a race on our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, absolutely. This is gonna be... well, pardon my pun here, ArisPC and everybody else, but a stage that is done in a flash for Siberian Bull. 2% Chungus is at the boss door, so very likely to make it to Wily first. However, Siberian Bull will see just about exactly how far behind he is. I'd estimate maybe 45 seconds to a minute right now, depending on any inconveniences Siberian Bull hits you.
And one thing that we need to point out is 2% Chungus has tested a lot of weaknesses and has a lot of boss weaknesses in his pocket. So if you can remember them for the refights, he's definitely going to have an advantage moving forward as well.
Yeah, speaking of which, you just found one more with that Metal Blade on Heatman. So Siberian Bull going to item 2. Oh, he does hop over the blade.
As we see on 2% Chungus' screen, potentially for the last time tonight, the best eyebrows in video gaming! And that means...
Dr. Wily!
Only one thing! That's time for our favorite game in the community, and that is Guess the Color of the Dragon. And for bonus points, guess its weakness.
And of course, right in the middle of the best part, My stream goes F on me, so I am gonna have to reload, so help me out a little bit here.
Oh, no worries. As Siberian Bull is fighting Woodman, having a little bit of trouble taking his last E-Tank that he has available right now through 8 Robos, but finding an ultimate weakness in Air Shooter, getting him down and pulling into Wily himself. Holy cow, what a race.
Yeah, this is almost to the point where one mistake either way can decide this race for either runners. So we're going into Wily stages here. Unfortunately, I didn't get the exact time for 2% Chungus, but we're looking at about, I want to estimate a 40 to 45 second difference at the least. So maybe about a minute compared, well, thanks chat. Getting the times for me, because yeah, having my stream freeze on me right before 2% Chungus gets to the Wily. But another thing we have to point out, as Chad also points out, we've got 3 E-Tanks compared to 0.
Exactly. And I will quick choose my pick. It's going to be a Pink Dragon Buster Week.
I'm going to pick whatever color it is, so I'm going to go with a Blue Dragon, and in about 30 seconds I'll be able to tell you its weakness.
Well, we can find it as Crash Bomb. Boom, boom, boom. 2% Chungus, Dragon down. Alright, and I want to call back to a comment in chat a little bit ago from Steven X. 2% Chungus, 98% IQ. I would have to agree with that if we've seen anything in this run. As 2% Chungus going through his item to ride across the spikes here as Siberian Bull is pulling into the Dragon. We are close, ladies and gentlemen. One mistake could determine the difference in this race. It could open it up, it could close the gap.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Siberian Bull finding the Crash Bomb straight away himself. So, if Siberian Bull were to have faltered, that would have cost him about 1.5 minutes. And, pretty much sealed his own fate there. So, the execution at this point forward may well be what's going to decide this race. 2% Chungus having a little issue with bird droppings and a fan fiend, so we'll see how he deals with this.
Just gonna have to deboost through him.
Yeah.
He does have the E-Tanks to go through Pico, whereas Siberian Bull will only have 1 at this point, but 2% Chungus has a whole roster of E-Tanks in his, at his disposal right now. Pico is not Buster Weak, not Air Shooter. Finding Atomic Fire as a one-shot weakness. It's going to be a 1-for-1 shot, so he will have to refill this. Hopefully he does not miss. Ooh!
Oh boy! Oh, I was just about to say he might be able to save an E-Tank as well, but unfortunately, at this point, when it comes to trying to point things out, I think I'm just gonna have to shut up at this point. Because every time I try to, point something out, it ends up kind of coming true right before my eyes, which,
exactly. You gotta be careful with that commentator's curse. But Siberian Bull closing the gap very quickly. Let's see what he finds for the weakness.
Oh, not Leaf Shield. And that E-Tank that he had gonna fall by the wayside. If he takes a death to Pico here, it's not good. Ooh, quick boomerang. But that's like 5 or 6 shots. That's not all that great.
Well, one thing Siberian Bull does have on his, in his belt is experience, so he will know where these Pico blocks spawn and be able to manipulate them the way that he wants to. But it's going to take him a little bit longer to kill this for sure. As 2% Chungus taking a lot of damage from the Mecha Joes on Wily 3.
Yeah, they're not to be trifled with, but one thing that Siberian Bull might be factoring into things is that he maybe used a quarter of his Quick Boomerang, whereas 2% Chungus, unless he goes out of his way to pick up refills for it, you know, doesn't have weapon energy for his Atomic Fire at this point, which could be relevant right now against the Guts tank, for all we know.
Alright, taking an E-Tank smartly. Finding Bubble Lead is foregone conclusion. Guts tank is gonna go down on 2% Chungus' screen.
Personally, I think I would have wanted to try to find the weakness first before using an E-Tank and committing into the fight. Wily 3 is not exactly the longest stage, so I'm not too worried about it.
Chungus taking a second, evaluating where he was, seeing what his weapon energy looked like before going to do pickups, but you can't fault him. I mean, he does not know where Siberian Bull is in this run so far. You gotta take every precaution you possibly can.
Yeah, very true. You know, we've got the anxiety rooms ahead of us. I'm pretty sure Chungus knows how to negotiate this particular section without using any of his items. Siberian Bull still hot on the heels of 2% Chungus.
We got some Chungus emotes in chat right now.
Oh no.
Let's see what happens in the anxiety rooms. We got some shrimps. This race is still so close, ladies and gentlemen.
And it looks like Siberian Bull just deciding, okay, I think I'm behind, so I'm gonna do everything I can to try to catch up at this point.
Oh, wow. Right over the shrimp. Such a great anxiety room set by Chungus.
Yeah, that is very high quality execution there. So 2% Chungus.
We got some chickens heralding us in to Boo Beams.
Wow. Might be a bit of a saving grace here. 2% Chungus might want to take advantage of this and try to farm what he can for weapon energy, but it looks like he's doing okay. About the only thing he's out of is item 2, which isn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's really a non-factor at this point in the race. Alright, testing that Leaf Shield. Doesn't seem to find a weakness there. Gotta go break down the walls of Jericho.
Now see, there's... every once in a while I want to try like a air shooter here, because you can kind of circumvent the walls if you can aim it right.
Alright, he finds Bubble Lead as the booming weakness. He just has to get him down and execute these jumps. Boom! Alright, 2% Chungus on 2 refights as Siberian Bull is pulling into the Boo Beam fight himself. I haven't been this excited for a game in a very long time, Frico. I don't know if you can tell it in my voice.
Well, I was pretty excited about the last game, you know, but that just seemed to be a precursor for what we were going to get here in this game. You know, crank the intensity to about 15, because not only is this an elimination match, but an elimination game. We're tied 1-1. And, you know, the loser is done. Their time in this tournament is over. You live to fight another day, as it were. or whoever moves on.
Oh, wow. Alright, 2 pips of health left for 2% Chungus. Getting Flashman down, getting that item refill, or the health refill. Hopefully, he's looking for some good RNG.
No.
He's gonna take an E-tank.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that Airman is not being a bro this time around for 2% Chungus, but there we go.
Alright, so this is the ultimate race between counterclockwise and clockwise!
Yeah,
oh, wow.
Good looking out, DDG.
He's gonna take his last E-tank here, but Siberian Bull getting really close to death!
Oh, a game of tag between him and Crashman. Oh, wow.
Oh, both runners! No E-tanks!
Oh, this is so savage.
Man.
This is so savage.
But Chungus having that knowledge of the weaknesses of the 8 Robot Masters is gonna pull him ahead, I think. We'll just have to see what comes down the Wily Machine.
Yeah, this may come down to the Wily Machine. You're exactly... Oh, man. Siberian Bull just dumpstered Woodman. So, I believe 3 Robot Masters behind for Siberian Bull. And, well, yeah, we're getting the Not a Bro Airman for Siberian Bull. But he's going to take the time to pick up that energy drop. So I believe Chungus, on his last Robot Master, Siberian Bull, 3 to go.
If this Wily Machine isn't Mr. Weak, I swear to God. I echo that sentiment, but it is!
Ooh, hiss! Come on! Ay, ay, ay. We had one in Game 1. Oh, this is gonna come down to finding the weakness to the alien in Victory Road for 2% Chungus. I can't see a world in which he goes to the left. His weapon energy is...
I thought he didn't get bodied by the Wily Machine. Holy cow. Alright. My goodness!
Wow. This is so insane. Just like you said you were on the edge of your seat, like I said, give me a couple more stages, and I'll get there myself. And, you know, I'm there. 2% Chungus into Victory Road, Siberian Bull onto the Wily Machine, which I think he will take down in short order. Just not even gonna... Well, he is gonna take a little pit stop for energy while he has the chance. So here we go. 2% Chungus is gonna have an advantage here. If he can find the weakness, he will move on.
Alright, let's see what we have.
Oh, he hit with something.
Immediately! Boom!
Wow!
2% Chungus with an SRL time of 33:21, taking the match!
That is insane! Well done, 2% Chungus. Oh my!
Huge GG's in chat for 2% Chungus. My goodness! What a game! What a match!
Oh. And here I am breathing the sigh of relief. I wasn't even in the race. Oh man! Wow!
My goodness, let's see if we can get these runners in for an interview.
Well, Siberian Bull is going to finish out this race, gonna take down the alien, but you know what? About a minute between them as Siberian Bull just dumpsters the alien with charged heat.
Yep, GG's to SpeedGaming9 as well with a SRL time of 34 minutes and 20 seconds.
Oh, and I hate to say it, but it's that one mistake that Siberian Bull made so early on in the game, in that Airman stage, that was probably the difference in this race as a whole. And that happened 30-some-odd minutes ago? And, you know, oh, wow, so savage, though.
Such a close race.
Yeah, the
So
bubble
incredible.
too. Right, you're right.
I have never been like more excited to have been in the booth for a race like this. This has been so good. As we welcome 2% Chungus and a big GG's and congratulations on your victory tonight, my friend.
Well met. Thank you very much.
What a match between you guys. Like, just sitting on the other side of this, just seeing what happened between every single game, it was a spectacle to watch.
You brought the whole chair, but you only need the edge.
Yeah, so very true.
And
a little side note here, I kind of feel bad for SpeedGaming 2 because they're rating with a party of 53 runners right at the end of the race, which, and they missed a beautiful match between you two. Wow.
I watched that.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, everybody who just came from SpeedGaming 2, just back it up and watch the VOD, because this was something to behold. One of the best races in gaming I've seen in a very, very long time in general. As we are joined by siberianbull9 as well. GG's to you, my friend. What a match.
GG, Siberian Bull.
GG's Chungus.
Yeah, that's got to be unfortunate for you, Siberian Bull, to have it end like this. But you know what? I would say this is probably, through the 3 years that I've done Mega Man 2 Randomizer Tournament commentary, this is easily one of the 3 best races that I've ever done commentary on. So, a little bit of a, participation prize, as it were. But, it's got to be disappointing to take the loss here.
Well, that first seed didn't help.
Very true.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Crashman's stage was less than kind, and I think you fell victim to a bug in the game in the Woodman stage, causing you to die quite literally to lag.
Yeah, when that happened, I was like, I'm not walking through that forest again. But then I found Crashman 3rd, and well, that's where the real trouble began.
Well, you did run it back in Game 2 to bring us to a Game 3, so,
But I died at Bubbleman's store, and that's probably some of that time I could have gotten back.
Yeah, well, there were 2 mistakes that you made. Not that I want you to dwell on them. I think a platform error in Airman, and then that Bubbleman Lagphibian knocking you into the abyss as well.
Yeah, those were the things.
Did you have any kind of a mindset coming into that last game of the match where you had to, did you feel like you were rushing or anything like that, or did you try to play it as if it were just any other game of Mega Man 2 Randomizer?
That third one was just trying to play as any other game. The platform error was like, oh, come on. And then the Lagphibian's like, well, this is probably the end of Zombie Shakespeare.
Ah, what a shame. Well, unfortunately, it was an elimination match, so that's going to be the end of your run here in this tournament. So congratulations to even making it to the bracket stage.
It's rather disappointing for me personally, but it is what it is.
Hey, I gotta tell you right now, you played very, very well throughout this match as well. Like, coming from someone who just started the tournament this year, like, I know you've been experienced and you've been a part of this tournament in years past. Like, it still was very clean play for the most part. It was just the little mistakes that set you behind on the seeds that you ended up losing. But I do want to get 2% Chungus's thoughts on the seeds himself. Like, how did you feel about the races, man? Like, you did an incredible job tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Set a personal best by a fair margin on that last one, too.
Well done.
That third seed, I felt pretty good about. First one, I don't think we ever want to talk about the first one again. Let's forget it exists.
Well,
The Hall of Diseased randomizations.
were you surprised at the end of it all that, you dunned before Siberian Bull did in that first seed?
I'm shocked every time that happens, but particularly today, yeah.
Okay. All right. Because I was theorizing that both of you were just kind of, on edge going, all right, that .done's going to come. That.done's going to come. And it starts to, eat away at you almost.
Yeah, like I was watching, is there a connection error? Did I lag out? What happened?
Yeah. Well, all in all, between the second and third seed, were there any adjustments that you made, or is it just, all right, you know what, let's out of sight, out of mind that first seed and, go from there? New seed, new mindset?
No, I definitely still went for my things that I like to do. The Heat Man with metal in Flashman Room was definitely one of the things I've been thinking about doing it, and I finally got to do it. Where I just sat underneath and just threw metal blades into him from underneath. Didn't even have to move.
Yeah. I definitely made a comment on that. I was like, yeah, that's how you do it.
But then realizing that I wasted too much time on the Bubble Man and Quick Man's room doing the same shred I always do. Just that, probably could have done it faster had he not been susceptible to Leaf Shield. Let's see what else.
For my money, it was being more mindful of batteries. I took a really bad crab death in the second seed, I think, and that kind of got my attention.
I took several of those.
Yeah, crabs are pretty oppressive across the match, I could tell, just in every seed.
And tin cans. They were just everywhere.
It's true. And, that also goes to show, the experience and what you guys have learned throughout the tournament and your previous experience as well as to, how to navigate those. Because, coming from more of a rookie mindset getting into this tournament, just seeing a myriad of 10 cans, you just want to try to power through them, and then you see another one, and then another one, and you've already taken so much damage, but, having that, mindset in the back of your mind is okay, well, what do I have? Let's see if I can kill this right away, so if I run and do it later, I can take it down.
I have no problem menu hunting on these robot masters. I will say, game 3 there, I had to make a choice with that full charge T because I knew both Crash and Quick were susceptible to it, and I had a close call with that Crash in the refights. I had to finish him off with the Heat. Unfortunately, Quick was right after him, so I didn't have to worry about it afterwards.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, we were sweating that one right with you,
Because I was going to have to make a choice, because that Heat was going to go fast, and it's well, I'm going to have to use this on one of them. So I tried to see if I could find a secondary against that Crash, and it was just not happening.
I would be honest with you right now if I would say that the last 5 minutes of that third seed, both of us were just, bated breath. What's going to happen next? Is someone going to make a mistake? It was definitely a spectacle, like I said before. You guys put on quite a show today.
Man, I almost went into that alien fight with no heat, too.
Oh, no.
No, I made sure I recharged that one, too.
Yeah, you recharged it in the Wily Machine fight.
Yeah, I've been doing that as a better idea as opposed to doing it on Wily 6 to, it's all right, which one's my lowest one? Which one probably has a good chance of being the alien weakness? And then I try and go for that weapon.
I am never a fan of watching a runner drop down to the left in what I call Victory Road, because then you have to contend with the trippers instead of just running to the right.
Kind of had no choice in one seed though, but it wasn't even that weapon. The downside.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you take the death knowing that you figure out what the right weapon is. That's when you use the refills. Because if you use them, then you die. You can't refill the right energy. Then you're forced to take a game over on who knows how many lives. And it just ends up costing you more time if you're going to take a death one way or the other.
Absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all a gamble.
Very true.
So knowing that I have 2 your favorite races of all time, Frico, trying to think of anything else I gotta add to this. Running out of things that made me rather annoyed. I probably should have, when I went to that crash there, just take the death on the spring, because I was trying to think of, all right, which one of these enemies is going to give me the high yield damage output. And either way, that first seed was ugh.
Yeah, and we were both kind of on the same page with you there. Like, when we saw you going up to the next couple screens, we're like, okay, he's probably just trying to take some damage off the fat fans, because that's going to take him down a lot faster, but...
It was either or, but the thing is, I'd still have to get up to the fat fan, and that definitely took too long. I was definitely better off taking the damage off the sprinters.
So, yeah, Crashman kind of not cooperating with you in 2 of the seeds. Unfortunate. Huh. Oh.
Yeah, Crashman was definitely a crux on a couple of the games here that we had definitely had a multitude of discussions about. But, at the end of the day, I want to say GG's to both of you guys. Like, this was a phenomenal race.
All right, well,
Or you try and bring a show.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have any additional thoughts there, Chungus?
Only massive respect for Siberian Bull and gratitude for being so welcoming. I think you were there in the first couple of community races I was in where I was running like an hour and a half before I forfeit.
Yeah, well, all I could do was say, hey, keep digging.
Exactly, and you've been alongside us throughout this entire tournament, 2% Chungus, being the master tracker who has done more tracking than anybody else in the tournament, staying behind the scenes, watching, and I'm glad it's rubbed off. Like, you did a phenomenal job tonight, man. And this win was definitely well deserved.
You are too kind. Keep heaping that kind of praise on me. My head won't fit in my awesome Met hat anymore.
Oh no.
So I think we should wrap this up. Do you have any final thoughts, Freakout?
Well, just to recap the obvious here, 2% Chungus winning this match 2-1. Unfortunately, Siberian Bull, as a result, being eliminated from the tournament. 2% Chungus, you will move on. And I'm not even sure if we have an opponent for you.
No, he's got to wait on some kind of combination of Charlie Boy, Friend Hero, Kami, and Tom to have his next match set.
Yeah, so that will definitely take a little bit, because we've got Charlie Boy and Ren Hero. The winner of that faces Kama-Senin. Then the match between Kama-Senin and whoever wins between Charlie Boy and Ren Hero will be the next person that you face moving on.
Well, no, he's got
after they face.
So the
loser goes down to face Casual Tom. So that's a couple matches away at this point.
So you got a little more time to practice. Keep yourself warm.
Yeah, that might almost be enough time for me to crowbar my heart out of my esophagus.
Well, one way or another, good luck to you going forward, 2% Chungus. If there's anything you two would like to say, before we shut it down, I think the floor is yours. I think both of you have deserved it for a run like this.
Congratulations to everyone still participating. Good luck to all. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Hope to see you again next year, Siberian Bull, and hopefully luck will be a little more on your side than it was this year.
Well, I'll be in the booth at some point again before the end of this tournament, so there's a chance you'll see me again. Aside from that, though, it's going to be a hard one to get over, because admittedly, that third seed, I thought I was doing well until I saw that dot gun, but all credit goes to Chungus for his win today. So he gets to move on, I get to come into the booth and bring the energy.
Absolutely, and you'll love to hear that. So I will say, thank you all for joining us tonight for an incredible race, which, for those that have joined us late or towards the end of the race, I 100% recommend checking out the VOD, as well as the upcoming races that we already have slated, which are going to be Charlie Boy versus Ren Hero, and our reigning defending champion Metalo versus Crab Cakes, a relative newcomer who has been making waves on the scene. Those are two that are yet to be scheduled, but they are in the works. So, that being said, thank you everybody. Thank you SpeedGaming. Thank you Mega Kyle 83 for doing the tracking tonight. And thank you Frico for joining me in the booth. And a big thank you and big GG's to the runners 2% Chungus and SiberianBull9.
Yeah, I'll echo those sentiments, sentiments, excuse me. I don't know if we're looking at rock formations here or not anymore. Ay.
Well, this is a Mega Man show.
Well, that attitude.
True. But, Aerospecie, it's always a blast doing commentary with you. Mega Kyle, again, thank you for being the tracker, the unsung hero of it all. And 2% Chungus, I think, are you a little disappointed that you're still in the running here? Because something tells me you want to run back into your role as being a tracker.
I mean, I had high hopes for my bracket prediction, but that's screwed now.
Oh, no.
Well, then you should have thrown the match.
Ay.
Sorry, he just opened it up for me to throw the shade. He just opened it up for me there. That's all good.
Yeah, the door was open. Parrish thought somebody walked through it. So, fair game on that one. But you know what? All in all, a fantastic match between the two of you. Again, good luck going forward, 2% Chungus. And hopefully we see you in the booth a couple times between now and the end of the tournament, Siberian Bull. With that said, I think it's time we shut things down for them.
I do agree. With one last thing I want to add. Give some love to the people that took part in this today. Give these amazing runners a follow, SiberianBull9 and 2% Chungus. We just posted it in the chat. If you'd like, you can give myself, Frico, and Mega Kyle 83 a follow. And join the tournament Discord to keep up to date with the happenings and what's going to be going on next year as well. Because that is going to be ongoing, and we're excited to finish out this amazing tournament so far.
All right. So that's it, everybody. Or do we go with the that's all, folks?
Say goodnight, Chungus.
Good night, Chungus.
Good night, Chungus.
Good night, Chungus.
Push the button, Frank.
Have a good night, everybody.